Welcome back everyone, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory. As you can tell again, I am already running in the game, except this time we are running back to base. So as you can see in the top right corner, I did manage to get plastic and rubber factory set up, and I will show that off after we run back and send off the pod for the milestone. I've also been trying to come up with some ideas for the factory build now that we have the main foundation set up, and I know I'm gonna have to hand make some computers to get the fuel generators going for that factory, but I can at least get the building set up and everything while we're waiting, just to kind of waste some time. So it's going to be a completely different build than anything I've ever done. Even with the factories I have here, we have like a simple iron factory for iron plates, iron rods, and screws, and then we have a simple copper factory for wire, cable, and copper sheets. There we go. I could not think of the copper stuff for the life of me. And then we have a simple steel build, and then parts by itself is reinforced iron plates and rotors. And do we have anything else? I feel like that's everything we have over there, which, now that I think about it, is actually mind-blowing that we have so few. But I came up with an idea. I'm going to try to go for a no part waste build. And I can explain that. I don't know if someone's already thought about a build like this, but I have never seen a design like it. It just kind of popped in my head, and I thought to myself, that is a really good idea. I actually want to try to build that. Now, I will say, with this, it's going to be very chaotic to get all the belting set up. So we're going to have to figure that out and have fun with that. Real quick, I want to see. There's all the iron. There's some of the copper, rotors, copper sheets, reinforced iron plates. Yeah, that's everything we have, because then there's the steel. Ugh, so few. But with me getting things set up and running, we now have 13 tickets that we can use. I'm going to do that later on in the stream to let it build up a little bit more. I want to launch the pod now. Alright, pod, you're being launched right now. Alright, I know that
the manufacturer increases production.
Thank you. With that, we got computers, and manufacturers, which we need for this. We need 100 of that. And for this, I'm gonna have to do some math here. Let's go ahead and select that. I got 30 in case industrial beam on me, but I can just go grab stacks to be 200. Rubber I'm not worried about. We have rubber in storage. It's just not here, so we'll have to go over there and come back type deal. It's gonna be a lot of that tonight, but it's gonna be with focus. So hopefully whatever I do, it's gonna be planned out. So then it's not gonna be as chaotic. And then, alright, I do think I have enough for an industrial storage container to kind of go ahead and store what I have. So then we can just focus on getting things set up, because we will probably have to manually create the computers. Unfortunately, I don't like doing that on stream, but I want to get this expanded power infrastructure going. I can't put stuff in because, okay, that's fine. I have it. Do I have room in here? I do have room in here. I won't forget though. So we'll just keep that there. Alright, so 100 computers. Opening codecs. Alright, I'm pretty sure I had to do this last time too. I just clicked it 100 times. Probably could have just done 50 and then times it by 2, but then it doesn't fill up when I have the times 2 amount. So I'd hate to do that and then be off by 1. Okay, so we need 1,000 circuit boards, 900 cable. Cable is pretty easy. Plastic's easy, screws are easy. It's the circuit boards that I need to know how to make. So circuit boards requires plastic and copper sheets. Okay, so that's not that bad. I do not want to click that 1,000 times. 4,000 plastic, 2,000 copper sheets. 4,000 plastic, 2,000 copper sheets. 4,000 plastic, 2,000 copper sheets. Alright, so we gotta go get the plastic anyways. I'm just gonna take this because I want to see if I'm gonna exchange that. I want to see if I can just upgrade the storage containers I have there to be this. Yeah, actually, I can't just upgrade it. I can switch through, but I can't just upgrade it. Lame. It's fine. I'll figure it out. I'm going to exchange the copper or the steel pipes real quick. I'm going to take this, deposit that, there we go. And now we can go over here. So on the way, I can kind of explain my idea for the factory setup. Because it could be a really good idea, or it could be absolute shite. It's a 50-50 chance, so I don't know. Either way, I just rather have one shot in that, so let's just go to this so I don't rely on the rebar gun. Either way, I still want to try this for at least one factory build, and it might as well be the starter factory because that's going to have to get dismantled anyways. And down we go. It's always better to try new builds, but if you don't like it, it might as well be something that you're going to destroy anyways. Well, our second starter factory, I guess I should call it. I think it's a really good idea. It's going to consume a lot of space, and it might not actually work out. But as I was kind of saying before, as I completely got distracted, the builds I usually do is just for like, we make one big build for a single part, and it's usually repeating a lot of the previous builds we just made. Like for example, reinforced iron plates requires iron plates and screws. We already had that going, and yet I still made smelters and all that to produce iron plates and screws just to go into reinforced iron plates. I already had it going. Why was I doing that? It's a waste of the ore. So instead what I'm doing is I'm going to set up like designated locations for a part. So instead of doing giant buildings like I did in the last save, where it was just one part, it's going to be a giant building or a giant space of, I hear of a step in the process, I guess you can call it. And you'll kind of see what I'm talking about when we get there, because I was already setting it up just to kind of test it out. It's only with a set of smelters for iron, but it's for all the iron in the area I want to use. I think it's a really good idea. Other people might have tried to do it, but I think it's going to be the ratios where it's going to come down to be difficult. But that's why we have smart splitters. Is there? I guess you can just use a merger. I was about to say, is there smart mergers, but that doesn't really make sense. There's smart splitters and programmable splitters. Which, no, now that I think about it, I don't want to use that at all. It makes the belts way too chaotic. It would make sense if you had like a storage container full of resources that you just wanted to split that way. But for what I'm doing here, it doesn't really make sense. And you can kind of see what I'm doing now. So this all these smelters, which I'm probably gonna dismantle a few and build like a second floor of them, because that's ridiculous. But all these smelters is going to be used for iron plates. Now that I think about it, we can probably do like a building 4 tall with 25 on them, because there's 100 smelters here. Did I say iron plates? No. All these smelters are going to be used to create iron ingots. And then, as you can see, it's kind of you got 2 inputs coming in here to having 2 outputs coming on one foundation. And it's all going to head that way. So then anything that has to do with iron is going to be more that way. Excuse me, I'm getting hiccups. But that's kind of the idea I have right now. I do kind of want to reduce the amount of room that we're using here, and I hate how this worked out, because these are lines of 8, and then by doing that there's a line of 4 here, and it's just why. The only issue I have with like building up is that I'm going to be doing it on belts by themselves of 240. So I have mathed it out. There is 8 resource nodes here that are pure, so 240 iron ore per minute, and then there's 9 iron resources here that are normal, so 120 per minute. Merged 120s to make 240. There we go. And then it comes into here to do the smelting, and then just one line of 120 going into here. But if I build up with blocks of 25, the math doesn't really work. It has to be divisible by 8, I think. I guess it could be divisible by 4. Oh, I have a really interesting build idea for that, actually. So we could do like a square with, well, I guess it'd be more of a rectangle, but we'd have 4 foundations space, 4 foundation space, 4 foundation space, 4 foundation space, and then on the space in between the 2 floors can have the, no, I guess that doesn't work. I was going to say it has the ore coming in to go over and kind of go in like this. I guess that'd be more appropriate right here. It would go in like this, and then resources coming out would be out there, but that doesn't really work. I'm gonna have to do some thinking on it, but I do want to try to do this. I just need to think about how we're going to lay it out. Like I said, I haven't seen anybody try it before, so it could be really bad or it could be such a good idea. Some creatures below me. But we need to go get the plastic and rubber, which is over here. And see it in the fog. There it is. So, unfortunately, I did a little bit of math incorrectly in the last stream. Ew. What happened here? There we go. I did some math incorrectly. I was planning for 360 oil per minute, 240 and 120, yeah. And then I did my math wrong when I was getting the material for the refineries. I was doing the math for just 2 lines of 240, I'm pretty sure. So I just took the 2 pure oil deposits out over here. Just 240 per minute. Brought it along here. Each pipe is going into, well, one pipe's going into plastic, one pipe's going into rubber. As you can see here, it's all going in. And yeah, they're probably full, so it's just idle right now. And then coming out, we have heavy oil residue coming into here, merging here to come out to here to go into these refineries to make petroleum coke. Now this one's set at 60 per minute. The rest of them are set at 120 per minute. And then what's being made, the petroleum coke being made here is just going into awesome sinks. So that's how we took care of all that. Obviously, because there's no more room in the storage containers, which is why I want to upgrade them. Everything's kind of idle right now. So let me do this, then do this. So now I want to grab this, do that, upgrade that to Mark II. Okay, it's apparently the wrong spot. I thought it was right though. That works. There's all that, and we just need 400. Right. Now, coming over here, we need to do the exact same. Pretty sure it's right here. Heard the clicks, we're good. And let me just go ahead and store all that, because then I can see how much is in there. We needed 5,800 total. So 4,000 for the circuit boards, plus 1,800s for the computers. So we need to let that build up a little bit more. I'm sure we have it available, it just needs to build up a little bit more. And now the petroleum coke's going to start coming through again. Yep, there it is. Obviously the 60 per minute is going to come out first, and then it's going to go to the side. But yeah, that's everything I've done in the meantime. This here took a while to make. I ended up, as I was clearing out the areas over there to get the oil, and like I said, I was planning for all 4, and then I realized I messed up over here. So then I kind of had to change my mind. And you can see that with the platforms as I come over here. It's already set up to be expanded, except now I don't have any room over here for the expansion. That's a later problem. If anything, it'd just go further back, I guess. I don't know. It's a later problem. I just have to move the storage containers. Yeah, totally planned to grab those 2 normal there. You can see the oil extractors already on them, and then I realized the mistake. Oh, they're set at 180. So I really messed up. 180. So yeah, these are each 30 oil per minute, crude oil per minute. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 160, 180. That would make sense. Yep. Can't fit through here. Yeah, I realized that as I was building the refineries and doing the math, I'm like, ugh. Well, I don't want to go back and grab power shards for the 120s, so I'll just use the 240s and bring it down to 180 to make it perfect, and that's exactly what I did. It's never here. And then my math was off for this, and I think it was the motors. It was the motors that I was off by, and I'm like, I don't want to make more. I just wasted so much time manually making a lot. You saw those 10 per for that, and I had to manually make some for the milestone. Yeah, it was a whole ordeal. Is that 51, 54, I think. Oh no, these are still full, it looks like. Oh yeah, and I was doing the whole put the splitter right up next to it, and I was hearing the tink like you heard with this one, but when I built it, it was not connecting. So I had to kind of do it this way just to make sure it would connect, and I didn't want to redo all my piping again, so I moved it all the way out here. So that's why it's very different than normal. This one is trying to get through. Probably helps if I actually go to the refinery. Yeah. So let me just clear out some of the clutter. I'm just going to manually put these in the storage container because these are going to take a while to go through anyways. And then these don't have to be idle anymore. Hey, look at that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58. I could have just looked down here on the right side, but I decided to count like a fucking weirdo. Sorry. Alright, now we got this. Now we can do the long trek back to our base. Actually, I'm going to time this. How long does it take to get from plastic running on the foundations with the little slide, jump, skip action? I'm going to go from this storage container. 10 seconds, it'll be at 27 minutes in the recording. I'm going to time this. So I know it's more than 3 minutes. This is why we really need to get trains set up. But before I can get trains set up, I need to get the power set up. Before we get power set up, actually I'm working on that now. Let's say before we get power set up, I needed to get the plastic and rubbers set up. That's set up. And I would just automate these, but I really don't know how much power we have available. I could check, I guess. But I feel like it's just going to take so long, and I still have to go back to the base anyways. I need to get the cables and the screws. it's a mess, and I don't think I have room on my factory platform right now to be able to set up an automated area. Like, I could deconstruct the 2 assemblers I have for the space elevator parts right now, but now who wants to do that? I really could, but then I'm still just sitting around waiting. I could come over here to work on this, but then I'm over here and I have to run all the way back and I have to guess the time frame. And I guess there is a math to it if I really wanted to, but I just want to get stuff done, and I don't want to sit around waiting. I know I'm not going to want to leave my base area because I don't want to have to come all the way back just to check on the parts. But then if I'm just waiting around my base area, I'm not doing anything. And that frustrates me because I'm not doing anything. So I guess either way, I'm at a lose-lose situation, so I might as well just build the fucking parts. Also, as a reminder, there is no stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be busy at the new house cleaning it, because the previous owner, who shall not be named, did not do a very good job at cleaning as he was moving out. So I'm going to be there all day tomorrow. Well, most of the day, I should say. I'm doing some volunteer work for a veterans breakfast in the morning, but I'm just setting up. Once we're done setting up, we're going over to the house. We're probably going to be there almost all day, because it's not a 2-story house or anything, so it's not big like that, but it is very dirty. And we're going to be setting up to paint as well, so we need to put some spackle on the walls to make it look nice. We're not painting tomorrow, I should clarify that. We're not painting tomorrow, but we're going to be painting eventually. So we want to get the house completely ready for us to be able to paint, as well as begin moving our stuff here over. Because we don't have any more room here to be able to just pack. So we're out of room to store boxes at the moment. So we need to get the boxes we have here over there. It's going to open up more room for us to get more boxes, and as we're packing up more, we have more room to store boxes and take over there. It's going to be a busy couple weeks of just back and forth between here and that house, because we're going to be moving in. We're going to be moving our furniture in over Thanksgiving weekend. So technically we're going to be moving in at that time, but if we still have a few like small boxes here, we're not really worried about that. We'll just bring that in whenever. So that is currently the plan. And I apologize, streams are going to be very random until we get things settled down. I know I've talked about this before, but it's going to be kind of chaotic for the streams. But once things do get settled down, we're going to be bringing out some new content. Copper sheets. I need to go to storage over here. We're going to bring out some new content to liven things up. Not that things are static here, it's just I need more than Satisfactory and Riftbreaker, which I'm not doing a lot of Riftbreaker right now because I'm so involved with this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Cool. And then you might be asking, what games are we going to be bringing? That is for you to find out. Let me go ahead and get the rubber in here, as well as the case industrial beams. And then this, the rest of this stuff is going to go in here. So we kind of have it, but I don't want it in here because I want the room for these circuit boards. And now we just have to wait 6,000 tinks. But at least this part's getting done. This is going to be like the bulk of it. And then we have to do it for computers. And then we just have to do it for the heavy modular frames. And at that point, we can probably pause on the milestones and get ready to set up the new starter factory. So that's going to mean disconnecting things here. Well, we'll probably have things going here until we get the building set up. Am I going to have enough power? Ooh. With the way I'm building now, I don't even know if I have power to power all those smelters. Oh, that should be 400 power by itself. That's why I want to get this the expanded power infrastructure so we can get the fuel generators going. I know the parts for that is probably going to be a lot of manually producing like I'm doing now. I'm aware of that. I don't care. Because at that point, I'll probably just set up an automated system or something. Even if it's just like one assembler for circuit boards, one manufacturer for computers, one manufacturer for, I can always forget his name, heavy modular frames. Even if I have to do that and set up a bunch of storage containers full of the resources just to build the parts that I need, I don't care. I can do that while we're setting up the buildings for the starter factory. So that I'll set it up then. That's when I'm going to be worried about it. So I'm pretty sure it was like 154, and I have it right here. 154 fuel generators. So I don't really want to. Let's say that's going to be 10 computers for each fuel generator. That's going to be hang on, math's difficult. 1,540 computers, I'm pretty sure. And that means I'd have to do all of this, everything I'm doing right now, several times. No. Not doing it. No. I know I'm doing it now, but it's because I'm too proud to do it a different way. And I'm just stubborn. But it's fine. I don't mind doing a little bit of manual work. Starter Factory is going to help us out with that a lot, assuming it actually goes the way I want it to. Again, the main issue I'm going to have with it is the conveyor belts. It can be so chaotic. And I'm going to have smart splitters everywhere. But that's okay. Because I want to try something new. I don't want to keep building the way I usually do. I want to try to broaden out, increase my creativity. It's going to be shite. And if it doesn't work for the starter factory, I won't do it for the mega base, but if it does work, I might do it for some parts of the mega base. Probably a lot of it, actually, just because I'm intrigued by it. Actually, the mega factory is going to be all set up for turbo motors anyways. Well, maybe not, actually. I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Now that I'm thinking about it, if I have to expand my starter factory, my new starter factory area, I should say, I don't know how I'm going to do that because I'm kind of at the edges of everything right now. I guess I can go around it, but I'm kind of limited at the same time. I don't know. That's why I kind of want to build up instead of what I have right now for the smelters. Genius has just blasted my brain. I have an idea for that build. It's going to take some time, but I have an idea for that build. Hang on, guys. I have a text I need to check out real quick. Oh. Okay. My mom sent a picture to a couple of us of Buster, my old dog, wearing a birthday cone, like a birthday hat on his head, and she captioned it that he felt left out. That's because my dad's dog, 2-year-old German Shepherd, had just gotten surgery, so she was wearing a cone around her neck, and that's why he felt left out. Just a little story, little side story. Just I needed to see what was happening real quick because I couldn't tell in this small little picture that I was seeing. Well, we're almost a third of the way done with circuit boards. I'm sticking by my decision of doing this. Usually I always complain that I should have just automated it, but I don't. I'm sticking by this decision. I'm happy that we're doing it by hand. Because I don't have the power to do an automated system right now. I don't think. I might. Too late. I don't have the room over here. That's my excuse. And plus, it's temporary, and I'm pretty sure I need some advanced parts anyways to do it, so I'd have to still manually produce those parts. And I'm terrified about messing up the ratios again for the build, even though it's just going to be two manufacturers and an assembler. Whatever. I don't want it. I just want to get the milestones done. I don't care if I have to produce the parts for it, for the fuel generators, in the background while I set up builds for the starter factory. I don't care. I'll do that. I just want to be happy with my builds. Also, eventually I need to go out and start exploring the world, getting alternate recipes and power shards. That is going to take a while. I guess that can be done as I'm working on the rail line. I suppose. Because eventually, well, once I get this new starter factory area set up, I can actually start to go out of my way and set up new factories for the new resources, like how I have the plastic and rubber right now. It's kind of on its own separate thing over there, but I can set it up so that resources will go to a train and it goes to a storage container over here instead, or to the new starter factory, and then I don't have to constantly run back and forth to get the parts. It's all in a central location. That is what I'm shooting for. And then I'll have to build long lines of conveyor belts just to get it back to the starter area when it's already, when I can just use a rail line to get it back there. It'll save so much time, and honestly, I have never really used trains before. I've gotten the train lines set up in the old save, but then I realized I had completely screwed up the entire factory from the beginning. I didn't want to restart it again right there. That would have been what, the fourth or fifth restart. Whereas in this one, I feel like I'm going so much more smoothly. It's going a lot better. I had the starter factory I'm in now for simple parts, just until I can expand it. Working on expanding it now, working on upgrading my power, and working on getting more advanced parts built as I'm working on the new starter factory. That new starter factory, I can go all the way up to computers now. I need to find quartz. Actually, I know where some quartz is, but that's going to be a separate build in itself. For now, it's not going to be a build on the starter factory, but I want to get quartz so I can set up signs. Because it's going to make it look so much nicer. Just imagine each building is going to have a giant billboard on it that says what it's doing. A giant billboard on it saying iron ingot factory. And then it has a flow of what's happening. I don't know. It's interesting to me. Excuse me. Oh, we had just passed the halfway point. I am sticking by my decision. Luckily, my cable and screws is already going to be done. I just have to go get it. That's right. Screws are needed for computers. I really need to get some alternate recipes going. I just need to get my, well, I could probably get a lot of the medicinal inhalers at this point because I've been fighting a lot. I just can't remember what it needs. I think it's alien organs or something like that. And mycella, which I still have a little bit of mycella. I know there's a lot in that cave I pass through every time. I just never take what is it? Solid biofuel with me to use the chainsaw to gather it because I usually have a full storage of other stuff like concrete and iron plates to work on foundations. But I still have to work on that. I'm trying to get a process in my head of how I want to handle this. I need to work on the foundations for this power, fuel generator area. The fuel generator area. Speak English, Cody. I need to get the foundations going for that, but that's going to take so long. Like, it's going to be unbelievably long. Just imagine, I did not... My mind's going all over the place. That just means I'm going to have to run from here with resources all the way there, spend them quickly to have to come back here to wait for those resources to build up. So I'm going to gather resources, go to the starter factory area to work on builds, to come back, gather material for foundations, go back, it's back and forth. But before I do that, I'd probably want to get the parts going for the fuel generators so that I don't have to worry about it. It's a mess. But no, I just got so disappointed in myself. So I literally said I was going to time myself going from the plastic storage container to the starter factory here. And I did not check the time of how long it took because I was too busy talking. Being a fucking idiot like I usually am. I got so caught up on some story that I was talking about that I don't even remember now. That I completely forgot to check how long it took for me to run from the plastic rubber area, to here, the starter area, just out of sheer curiosity. And obviously, my curiosity wasn't that strong because I didn't remember to check the time. Frustrated at myself because I'm a goof. So that's a thing. I guess I can see how long it takes for me to get from here to the new starter area if I remember to check the time this time. Actually, yeah, that's probably what I would set up the automated stuff for the fuel generators just because it's so much closer. And I have power running through there because I have power going to the plastic and rubber. That's why I don't think I have a lot of power right now. Because those refineries actually do eat a lot of power. I just remembered that. I know I had a fair amount of power available, and all that kind of just went out the door when I set up that plastic and rubber. I mean, that doesn't stay on all the time, but when it is on, if I set up automated parts for fuel generators, is that going to shut it off? I don't know. That's what I'm worried about. well, we can check after this if I remember that too. I'm even frustrated with myself for not remembering for a while. Sorry. I don't know why I do that to myself. I really do have an awful memory. Like, for some reason, I can remember quotes from movies I've seen years ago. Or I can remember irrelevant memories from years ago. But when it comes to short-term memory, boom, out the window. Can't do it. Can't do it. Don't know why. Awful short-term memory. And trust me, I've tried expanding it to make it better. I've tried several brain exercise apps, I guess. To hopefully work on expanding my short-term memory. But here's the thing. In order to expand your short-term memory using those apps, you have to use your short-term memory to actually play the apps. Use the apps to expand your short-term memory. Obviously, that didn't work out very well. I think the longest I was able to get through it was like a week or just over a week, and then I keep forgetting to go back to it. That's how off my short-term memory is that in the process of expanding my short-term memory, I forgot to expand my short-term memory. Can't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Can't make this up. These are all true stories. Absolutely awful short-term memory. And like I for like important dates, I would use like your phone's calendar instead of reminders. I've done that to remind myself. But then whenever I see the reminders, I just swipe them away and forget them in 5 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with me. My brain does not work on short-term memory, I guess. Asked me to quote The Breakfast Club, which I haven't seen in years. Gotcha. Mess with the bowl, you get the horns. Next time I have to come in here, I'm cracking skulls. Stupid, worthless, no good, goddamn freeloading son of a bitch. Yeah, I can quote irrelevant material I've seen years ago. Short-term memory? Nope. Can't remember to check the time from point A to point B. Now I'm just ranting about how bad my memory is. I'm sorry. Good news is we're almost done with these tinks for the circuit boards. And then we have to make 100 computers. I don't even know how many tinks, hammers it is. It's probably a lot, actually. I just realized something. I'm probably going to be upset with myself. Then again, in the end, it might not be as bad as I think. I think I have some circuit boards. I definitely don't have 1,000 of them, but I think I had some already. I could stop now. But I'm so close to that 1,000, I'm just determined to get there out of pure satisfaction. And reprieve. Probably using that wrong. I just want to see the bar fill up fully from these tinks because I put so much time into it. I'm stubborn. What can I say? I'm a stubborn individual with very bad short-term memory. The combo does not work at all. Also, a lot of people have either been excited, shocked, or have found it completely weird that I've gotten a home maintenance for dummies book. I've actually been reading it in preparation for this new house move. I'm not very far. I will say that now. I'm not very far. I also only got it a couple days before closing. I've had it for over a week now. And I think I'm on chapter 3 now. Main reason I got it is I want to get my home maintenance on a schedule, because then I can keep the house in tip-top shape. But a lot of people have found that to be weird or shocked that I actually did that. I'm actually very proud of myself for doing it. So I know if I don't, I'm going to skip out on a few things and then it's going to cause big problems in the end. Thank you for that 1,000 circuit boards. Okay, I only had 9 circuit boards in here. I'm not that worried about it. But I consider that a small little accomplishment for me, because normally I like to prepare for anything big that's happening in my life. And I would say buying a house and trying to plan to take care of it is actually a very big step. Alright, let me grab 11 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Split that. Stack of 50 here. No, not 49, not 50. There we go. Merge that with that, bring that back in. There, 5,200. I just need 900 cable, which is going to be a lot easier to split up. There's stacks of 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I realized what I did. You don't have to tell me what I did. I realized it. I made a fool of myself. That's what I did. Alright, so this will make 100 computers exactly, which I think is just 2 stacks of computers. All this time to make 2 full stacks of computers. And we're not done yet. We still have to do heavy modular frames, which I don't even know what's needed for that. Oh, hey, look at that. 5,000 screws, encased industrial beams. That's going to be a difficult one to figure out. Steel pipes and modular frames. It's not... Actually, that's not bad, because I already have all the parts in storage for it. I just have to wait for that to... I have to wait for the tinks on that. 18 tinks. Alright, hang on. This was 6. I had to do 1,000 of those, so that's 6,000 tinks. This is 18 times 100, 180. Okay, it's gonna be a lot less. Thank God. Oh my God, that takes so much time just for one. Ugh. Awful. Get out of here, Sneaky. That's right. This is the difficult part of this milestone. Getting this expanded power infrastructure is going to help us out on our starter factory, which means we can automate everything. Literally everything. We won't have to do this manual shit anymore. Honestly, I could have set up more power. I was too lazy. I didn't want to expand. Simple as that. I got no other excuse. You know what? This is the way I want to play. So I'm going to play it the way I want to play it. And y'all can't tell me a thing about it. I do need to get these parts automated. Actually, that works out with the way I'm doing my starter factory. Because it's just going to be splitting all the parts I need to go where they need to go, and whatever I don't need is going to go into a storage container. So, and whatever I don't need from that is going into an awesome sink. That's how I'm going to do it. That's what I'm going to be happy with. It's going to require a lot of belting, like for to get the iron ore to the smelter area is going to be all on 240 belts essentially. Which means that's all Mark III. That is all going to be steel plates. And I know how slow that storage container fills up. Maybe I should just start taking some over there just to have in a storage bin. Because I would need a lot of it for all those resources. Actually, while this is tinking, I can take a look at the area. Alright, so this is what I use to figure out my areas. Yeah, get out of here, ad. So the area I'm kind of looking at is just this corner area coming down to kind of this, looping down, coming over here. It's all of this area, so pretty much the rocky desert. So it won't let me save it there, but pretty much that right here and over. I just realized you can't see my mouse. Well, this. I can show you this. This is the area I'm looking at. It's not going to save here, so I'm going to let you see it. This is the area I'm looking at. So that's how I figured out that there was 8 pure nodes. There are resource nodes. So I have it set up for impure, normal, and pure iron right now. There's 8 pure and 9 normal. That's how I figured that out, and that's how I got the math for that. Besides that, here's all the limestone in the area. Look at all that limestone. That is a lot of limestone that I'm going to have to figure out. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Never run out of concrete. Copper ore. There's 1 impure. 6 normal and 1 pure in the area. And then Caterium. There's just 1 pure right here. So these are all on the outside. We can make that work. Coal. There's 4 normal. That's in a different biome. I'm not using that one, so it's just these 4 normal here. So not too bad. That's all going to go into steel, probably. And crude oil I'm not worried about because all this is going into power. And then I have these down here to go for plastic and rubber. Sulfur, there's none in the Rocky Desert. I know that. So we're kind of SOL on sulfur until I get the train to expand out. Bauxite we don't have access to yet. And it is actually out of our area anyways. probably gonna get bauxite. I don't know. We're not there yet, so I'm not too worried about that. Rock quartz. Now, these quartz are in a cave. And I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Map layers. Caves. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a gas area. So even to go into this cave, actually, I've gone into this entrance before to get through here, but I know there's cats in there. No, there's all that, and I'm not worried about these. We're not there yet. And then wells, we don't have access to any of these just yet. Those are all late game. So really it's just going to be and quartz. We're going to be using all of these resources. So if you can imagine all the miners I'm going to need for this, and they're all going to be Mark II miners. It's going to take some time to get that set up, which is why I made such a big area. Oh. I didn't even know that was up there. Alright, let's go back over there. We got 4 left. That was almost perfect timing. As far as getting all that set up, it's going to go in steps, which is why I just had the iron ore selected at the moment, because I know how much of that we are needing to go forward. Hello. There we go. So we're probably going to do iron ore, copper, limestone, then coal, and caterium and quartz. I should probably write that down, so I will probably forget that. Iron, copper, limestone, coal, caterium, quartz. Oof. So we'll take that one step at a time. And I know as I get into more advanced building parts, it's going to be a mixture of most of those. So I'll go as far as I can with them in just the parts itself. Like iron, I can go an iron plates build, iron rods build, and then use the iron rods to go into screws and then iron plates goes into reinforced iron plates, so on and so forth. You get the picture. It pretty much just starts off with the iron plates and iron rods. I'm gonna have separate line. I'm not gonna use it all because I know I'm gonna need some for the coal. Actually, is it in here? Steel ingot. It's the ore. Okay. I think it was just 4 normal. So it's going to be 480. So actually, I don't need all those smelters for iron anyways then. I need to save 480 to go with the coal. Interesting. Not worried about it right now. I am, but I'm not going to let it get to me. So I will probably forget this. Alright. Now I need heavy modular frames. And I need 50 of these. I don't need to do math, I can just click. Have the stack. Apparently that's it. Unless I have some in here. 30 here. That's a bad start. Open. Thank you. So what I'm probably going to do is just put the 4 extra modular frames back in here once I get the 250 out. There we go. Blade runners are such a lifesaver. I can't believe it took me so long just to go into that. Also, I'm kind of going back on a subject. Once we get the new starter factory area built up, we can go ahead and continue to work on the MAM. Get all that filled out because I need to get the map before I go exploring. Why am I in here? I know I need more parts. Oh, I hope I have enough screws built up at this point. I should. I didn't go through that much beforehand. I think we'll be fine. We're good. There's that. And now I just need this. Oh, would you look at that? It was almost full. Too bad, so sad. Sort all that, sort that, there we go, and we're heading back. Wow. Just dump all that in there. That works as the heavy modular frames, right? Luckily, this will not take nearly as long. So I'm not worried about this as much. I'm still trying to figure out this iron ore, the 240 I need for the coal. So I will just set it aside, but I don't know where I'm gonna have the coal set up. Not. Focus one thing at a time. You know what you're able to do. Get the builds set up first. Once you get the builds set up, then you don't have to worry about where the conveyor belts are going, because then you will know. A good thing about that really is I could split the coal, the steel ingots into two. So I can go into steel pipes and steel beams, and then the steel beams I can split up going into encased industrial beams and a storage container. That's going to be a really easy one to do. Of course, apparently steel encased industrial beams has to go into heavy modular frames, so that's not gonna be fun. Oh my god, it's almost done already. That was so much faster. I'm glad we did this one second. Because if I was still sitting here waiting for the computers to be done, I would go crazy. Expanded power.
Milestone reached. The fuel generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired.
That's nice. Boy. $770 computers. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. I mean that legitimately, this is not good. We're gonna be here for days. Alright, luckily, quick wire. Need a smelter and a constructor to make. So I already, actually, I think I need a novelist to blow up the area. So I have, oh, it isn't here. I have right here. Alright, so let me go ahead and clear that for now. I don't want to look at that right now. Smelter, constructor. And industrial storage. Let's make that 2. Iron rods, wire, reinforced iron plates, cable, steel beams, steel pipes. I don't know why I took the iron plates, I just felt like I needed it. We can get the Caterium going for the quick wire. I think it's 2 constructors. No, the smelter makes the ingots, and then the constructor makes the quick wire. Alright, we should be fine with that. I have an error. I have an area over here already set up. I just kind of have to... I don't have concrete. I need concrete. Need concrete. Need concrete. Concrete. Got concrete. Let's go. That's not enough iron plates. Why do I do this? I'm still not used to needing iron plates for foundations. It makes sense, but I don't like it. I'm not accustomed to change. Can't wait to dismantle all this. So much, like all these smelters wasted. That's why I want to go for a no waste build. Teleportation. Let's grab this. Pure. Nice, lovely destruction. You. That's why we have these to go around on top. Overfill. Overfill it. I want to see chaos ensue. Destroy. Love it. I think I can just get away with a Mark 1 miner for this. Let's see, it's pure, so it's still going to be making 120. Ow. All right, smelter. Ethereum, 45. I do 120 minus 45 minus 45. So I set this up for 10. That'll make that 30 per minute. There, and these can be set to 100. Fire, that's going to be 12. This is set at 10 per minute. We just set up 15. Let's see, merger here. Ooh, that's not gonna work. I'm not worried about it. It does not have to be perfect. What I can do is set up a merger here. Organization. Actually, one more. Originally said 2, but I'm gonna do 3 just because I'm a madman. Also, I realized I'm doing this as an automated system, and I was just curious about my power, and I never bothered to check it. Capacity is, no, production is 1800. We got about 400 remaining. Should be enough to power this at least. I think that's just going to be what it is. Then ramp here. Ugh, thank you. Oh yeah, I need to set up a splitter here. Clipping, so that's fine. Nice, that's 30 going in there, so that brings it down to 90. This is all set up for Ethereum. Yes. And it's 15 per minute. That's going to be 10, so either way, it's going to be Mark 1 belts. Quick wire, I'm not worried about the ratios of it. Quick wire. Maximum is going to be 60 per minute, so just Mark 1 belt still. Power. Yes, that's the thing that I need. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Oh, I can't wait to tear this all down. I don't even care about how pretty it looks anymore, because it's going to be torn down eventually anyway. out of cable now. And the journey continues. Let me go this way, I guess. Ride the boat for a minute so I can just minimize that and come back. Nope, don't want to save right now. I could, but I don't want to. This is going to be my automated system for Ethereum, because I know I need 7,700 quick wire now. Just to make my fuel generators. So I want it all to kick on at one time. That's what I want. Actually, that's not realistic. I probably have to go a little bit at a time because I won't have the power available to kickstart it. Oh yeah, it was over here. There we go. Oh no, our max consumption is now over our capacity. That's another thing. Doing it the way I'm doing it for the new starter factory is going to save me so much power because I'm not going to have to make constant smelters for the whole thing. So I think it's just a much more efficient way to do it. I just haven't ever really dabbled in it before. I just kept making new builds and I didn't need to do that. Alright, so now I've got Ethereum going. What else did I need? Because now I don't remember. Motors. Which means I need to set up a statters thing. Is one of these still set up for statters? Yeah, statters right here. $154. Motors. 2 and 2. Okay, so that's actually not bad. Except for the numbers. I need 4620 of each. I already forgot what it was. Why am I this bad? Which one's the codex? Oh? No, but I guess it works. No, I was looking at motors. Statters is 3 and 8. So I need 6930 steel pipes. 1800, pretty much 1900 wire. So let's start with this. 6930 for steel pipes. I don't even know if my storage container can hold that much. It's just under 5,000 now. It can hold 4,800. This is gonna be fun. You know what I'm gonna do is disable that, so then these awesome sinks will not be working. It's just gonna build up resources, and then eventually the steel line is going to get held up. I'm doing that because I want to get steel pipes all in the storage container. You know what? I know I have the wire, so I'll just go ahead and get the wire. So the wire there is 1,200 or 12,000. Pretty sure I needed 18. Yeah. Don't get rid of it. I don't think I can take all this right now. I legitimately don't think I can take all of it right now. To the storage container I go. Store all of that. Don't want it right now. Take all that. This is status, right? Yes. Dismantle these. I need the rods for that. I don't care anymore. I just want this to be going. Why do I always do this? I jump ahead way too much. And then I get frustrated because it's not working out the way I wanted it to. Right, you're gonna be my wire. It's fine. I know I have 1,200 in there now, or 12,000 in there now. And I only need the remaining. Why did I take a screenshot? I didn't mean to take a screenshot. The remaining 6,480. It's gonna take a while. That's more than half a storage container. The thing that's really going to bother me is the computers and the heavy modular frames. Actually, the rubber is going to be really easy. You probably have that in the storage container already. I just have to grab it and put it in another storage container down by the fuel generator area, and then it's ready to be used. Alright, it should start. Yep, I can see those starting to build up. Take all of those. Store all those in there. 1200, 4800. Now I just have to play the waiting game again. Wire is probably going to get done first because it's, I mean, look at that line. And compare it to steel pipeline. It's not as full. Then again, we do need a lot more wire than we do the steel pipes. It's only at 190. It's gonna take a while. Actually, while I'm waiting, I'm actually using my time efficiently. Go grab my steel beams and steel pipes. I have my personal storage container over here. Well, industrial one I'm using as my personal. Then I can set up some storage containers down by the fuel generator area. I can set up 5. Don't think that's going to be enough, but it's what I have right now. Just trying to find a way to waste time. I want to try to get as much of this automated as I can. And I know on top of the fuel generators, I'm going to set up 2 manufacturers for the computers and heavy modular frames. And I have to figure, well, I'm working on the stators now for the motors. Is it steel pipes for motors as well? No, it's rotors. Wait. I gotta double these numbers. $46.20. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Back to the existential crisis. Motors, I need 2310 for. But it takes 2 stators to make a motor, so I had to double that for the total stator amount. Stators needs 13,860 steel pipes. And then it's going to need 36,960 wire. I'm using my hands because I'm getting frustrated with this. I know it's a big project. I know it is. I just don't have the material right now to do it. That's what I'm frustrated with. And I also forgot to switch my scene back. Now you can see it. There's steel pipes. There's wire. Steel pipes, wire. Steel pipes, wire. You get the picture. I'm upset. Splash. Still just gonna go get the rubber and get the storage container set up, because I need to waste time for the parts to build anyways. building up the foundations for that area is not the least of my issues. I mean, it's still just going to have to be done before I start the whole project, but I need to get all the parts for the project going first. And those computers is scaring me. I can only imagine right now the materials I'm going to need for that. Even if it's just one manufacturer, that's going to take a long time to do. This computer's built slow. And when I say slow, I mean slow. So that's going to be fun. You know what? It's fine. He gives us more time to work on the starter factory. I've already forgotten my idea for it. I remembered it. I don't know how long I have it in my memory, but I have it in my memory now. So I'm thinking that I can do it might work. I don't know how to explain it very well. I can't paint a mental picture, but excuse me. Essentially, it's just going to be a build up. I don't know how to explain it very well. I'm sorry. I know what I want to do right now. Don't know how to explain it though. I did not time myself again. Already forgot that. And just remember, these are only the parts I need for the fuel generators. I'm pretty sure I still have to make parts for the refineries. I think, oh no, not the, is it the refineries? Yeah, it's the refineries. Which I think I only need 14 of. That still is going to be 140 motors more than I need. This phase in the project is going to take a while. It's going to take a while. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Gotta tell myself that. Otherwise, I'll just drive myself crazy. Oh, the plastic I'm gonna need for the computers. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Oh, this isn't filled up yet. Excellent. Oh, the full containers. A full container is going to be exactly what I need. This is full. 9,600. Take all. There we go. I've got that sweet, sweet 7,700 rubber. Oh, my power. Oh, my power. I just realized it's the exact same number for rubber that you need for quick wire. So one storage container would have been enough, but I know I'm going to need more quick wire in the future. So just make it. Plus it'll help us round out the quick wire or MAM stuff. Maybe. Ooh, iron. You know, maybe I can expand on my, like I can have, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how to make this all work. I mean, setting up one system of fuel generators is going to give me, what, 2,100 extra power? So maybe I can turn on, like, small factories at a time. And if they get full, they get full until I can get it into a sink. And then just continuously expand out fuel generators as I'm working on the starter base. That might make things a bit easier. Then I don't have to automate everything over there. Yes, I like that idea. I'm still going to set up storage containers over here. And I'll probably just get that going as soon as I have all my quick wire made for it. So then I just add it to this power grid. Probably keep the coal generators over there going until I get to the coal on the starter factory. Yeah, I'm liking this idea. And then it's not all one big project I'm waiting at a standstill for. I'm constantly working on something. Okay, this is a good idea. I'm enjoying this idea. Let me have this idea. As I realize you're only seeing my eyes. If that's the case, then I should probably start expanding this out. So you know what? When I get back, I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and get the statters going, and I'll just add to it every once in a while. I'm not going to be a stickler about it. Oh my god, there's so much foundations that need to be added here. Organization, industrial. Two, three, four, and that's all I can do. All the rubber. Now to head back to base. Get my starters going with what I have available. Just constantly just keep adding resources to there whenever I go back for visit to fill up concrete or iron plates. So I can just get one fuel generator system added to my power grid. It's going to give me an extra like 2100 or something like that. I think it consumes like 150, so extra 1950. Yeah, which I think is already over my max consumption. So we'll just touch on this whenever I'm able to. Still going to be the computer. I'm gonna have to. I think for one system I need 14 fuel generators, which is still going to be a lot of computers. At least it adds smaller goals than everything on this side that you see there. All that. The only thing that was decent about it is the rubber, because it was already done. The quick wire is, it's fine. It's just going to take time to create, as with everything in this game. But those computers and heavy modular frames and motors, I don't have automated at all yet. Actually, I can also rebuild over there after I get some platforming done at the fuel generator area anyways. Gotta specify. Then it's just one step done. Just honestly, just what I need to focus on is just one step. I'm trying to jump to the moon without building a rocket first. And that always seems to be my issue. You can work on it over time. It'll still give you the same outcome, it's just not going to be a giant burst. Because you're not capable of doing a giant burst at the moment. you don't have the means to be able to do it. Alright, let me take a look at this again real quick in my notes. It's 11 systems. Fuel generator systems. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I've written down numbers. As I'm creating them, I can cross them off until I know I'm done. So once I get that done, I can turn off the starter, or I can, well, I guess I can dismantle the starter factory as soon as I get caught up on it, which honestly is not going to be that bad. Steel is the most advanced thing over there. Sure, it might take some time to get to steel because actually it might not take as much time as I'm thinking. Don't you know you're not supposed to walk through my foundations like that? It's illegal. Let me go ahead and check on the quick wire, because I know it can build up pretty quickly. Quick wire can build up pretty quickly. I don't know if I have 7700 just yet. Might need some more time. But then again, if I already have the 7700, I want to take it with me to the area. I have to run all the way back to get the stuff for the foundations. Oh, so annoying. Rocket Desert really is the best place to start. Actually, that's not entirely true. If I had started there, I would have had to completely dismantle my starter factory that I have here to rebuild up there. I guess I could have just built over it, but actually, yeah, I could have just built over it. That would have been so much better. Yeah, I guess I probably could have elevated this to give me more room, but it's too late for that. Actually, 7700 in quick wire is not that bad. Starting stacks of 500. So that'll be, what, 16 stacks? It's not terrible. It's not like rubber, which was stacks of 200. Let me just do a quick little search here. I doubt it. 18, 1836, plus 16 essentially. So 52. Yeah, still needs more time. Good. Alright, let's see how much concrete I can pick up. I can do another row. Pick up some iron plates. Let's do half stack. Half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, that should be plenty. 17,500 divided by 5. 17,500 divided by 5. That's 3,500. Whoops. Whereas 3,200 divided by 2. 1,600. So I'd probably put a few of the concrete back and take some more iron plates. $15,500 divided by 5. 3,100. 4,000 divided by 2. 2,000, so a little bit more. Do 2 that time. Now let's do 3. 14,000 divided by 5. 2,800. 4,600 divided by 2. 2,300. $2,300. It's close. It's very close. Another 2 stacks. $2,500 for iron plates. 2,600. That's pretty close. I'm not going to get much closer than that. I mean, I might, but I ain't worried about it. Let's go ahead and do my tickets now. I said I was going to do that later on in the stream, so let's go ahead and do that now. Got that. Tickets, please. Thank you. I don't have any cable with me, so I can't do that. Customizer. Do I have this yet? Okay, so it won't let me add it to the card if I already have it. That's good to know. Ooh, factory icon patterns. That's gonna be good. Pathway patterns, yes. No, it's 20. Poop. Get rid of the transportation, I guess. that. Actually, I think it's just gonna be one. Just pick that up off of a conveyor belt. Ooh, conveyor belts. That's right. I also need to get the statters going. Too late. Let's do this real quick. Yes, just one. Alright. Help my tickets out. We're not gonna break a fuse. Increase my max consumption a little bit, but our consumption is still below 1500, so we're fine. Right. I need have iron plates with me, but I'd rather not use those ones because they just got it to look so nice. Right, you know what? I'll just pick up whatever I use. Four. I need to pick up 8. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 5,000. Good. Alright, and we're off. And I think until I get the first fuel generator factory set up, I'll probably just do the... Where? Hate the goddamn cats. Alright, don't know where they're at, but as long as they stay away from me, I don't care where they're at. I think that is the only downside for exploring at night. I think cats come out of their caves at night. I don't... Jesus, Mr. Bean. Scared the piss out of me. But I think cats usually like to stay in the dark. Hence why they only spawn in the caves, really. Or they only come out at night. I'm pretty sure that's how they work. You know, what I was going to say is I can clear this. For one system, it is one awesome sink. Gotta be careful, girl. Sorry. Slight moment of panic. One awesome sink. $14 fuel generators. And 5 refineries. That's a lot easier to deal with. Still 70 computers. That still is a lot easier to deal with. Oops. And the 770 computers. Like I said, I'll probably just keep the coal factories I have going right now. Then what I'll do is I'll just add the fuel generator power to the grid I have now. And then until I get these parts automated, all of these parts automated, which I think the only ones I'm missing now are the computers. Reinforced iron plates is automated right now, cable is automated, concrete's automated, rubber is automated, quick wire is automated. Yeah, the only thing that's not being automated is motors, heavy modular frames, and computers. So until I get all of those automated in the new starter factory area, I'll keep the coal power going. That way it's just some extra power. Ooh, I just realized I won't be able to, well, hopefully by the point that I actually start to use coal in the starter factory, I'll have enough of these going, or enough fuel generator systems going, that I won't need the coal power. Hopefully. So I'm playing with a lot of risk here. And trust me, I don't mind playing risky. Because it's a great feeling if it actually pays off. What I don't like is when it doesn't pay off. Now I can actually take a look. Do I have all this coal going into the coal power? Yes, I do. So I have no free coal resources available right now. At least for the starter factory. New starter factory area. Why am I hearing cats when I'm all the way up here? What? It would make sense if they were right here. I was definitely way too high up to be able to hear him over there. This cat noise busted. Every time I hear it at this point, my heart sinks. I want nothing to do with cats, man. Nothing. Luckily, I won't be able to hear cats out here. And I really do think I made way too many. This foundation way too big. Not, that's alright. I'm not gonna take it back. I'm just gonna live with it. And I keep looking out here thinking, oh, this isn't gonna be too bad. And I have to remember, this line right here is one zoop. I have all that to go. Right, this is the full inventory, as close to being perfect as I can on the concrete and iron plates. Let's see how far I can get. I think my limit is 2,500. So that's 250 zoops. Alright, I'm getting a lot further than I actually thought I was going to, so this is actually going really well. And yeah, we're almost to the corner over here. I really probably should have saved these numbers for the concrete and iron plates, because I probably won't remember this. I'll have to figure it out again. I think it was like 15,000 for concrete, and then the rest was in iron plates. Well, I know it was at least 5,000 iron plates, because it was 2,500 for that. We're almost at the halfway point on the inventory. This is going very well. least I thought it was 2,500. I could be wrong now. I don't remember. Let me do this real quick. About that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's 13,000 concrete, 5,000 iron plates. Actually, that makes sense. I won't remember that at all, but it's nice to know. I don't think I have enough with me to be able to finish off this first loop. So when I get down to the corner over there, I finish my first loop. Might be close, actually. Just means that going forward, it'll be much easier because the loop is going to be smaller. It might just actually be another trip or two. If I do this exactly, I'm gonna have to wait for the concrete and iron plates to build back up again. So I took almost the entire thing in each storage container. Or the entire inventory in each storage container. There's English. First loop is done. Starting to get sleepy just doing this. To be fair, I only have like 8 minutes left in the stream. So I might just be finish this up and then that'll be it. Oh. Missing iron plates. I have a full stack of concrete left I was not able to use. Honestly, that's not bad. And it leaves me at a nice spot to remember where I'm at. It's not like I finished off in a corner or something. Alright, we'll come up here and we'll see just how much more I have left to do. lot. Never mind my 2 or 3 more trips. It's probably going to be like 4 or 5. I might be over exaggerating a little bit, but it's not going to be 1 or 2. I really don't want to make more computers for heavy modular frames. Luckily, I know I have all the rubber I'm actually going to need. So that part's not too bad. It's literally just the computers and heavy modular frames that, like, no. Don't want it. Alright, when we make it back to current starter factory, I'm probably going to end the stream. Next stream will probably be Monday, and I don't know if I'm going to get any extra work done in the save off stream. Just because my deadlines for work is next week, so I'll have a big focus on that instead. So it just means we're gonna have to do more on stream, but I think I have a good plan set. Finish off the foundations over there, get one system, fuel generator system set up over there, start this up, and just do it little bit by little bit. If we pop a fuse, then we disconnect it, get it back up again, get going on the next fuel generator system, so on and so forth. And eventually this entire thing will get automated, so then I don't have to worry about it. I'm curious. This doesn't cost anything to paint. Patterns. Okay, it's just one color. I'm perfectly fine with that. This, oh, that's actually cute. Ooh. I can come up with good stuff with this. Okay, I'm gonna have fun with that customizer. Sorry, I just wanted to look at the new patterns I had gotten. Ooh, I also want to check to see if we have 3 more tickets. So I really want to get that last customizer pattern. Wait, what? I've walked by you so many times, you've never cracked. Why now? guess that's the thing. That just means that he's never going to come back. Or that Ness is never going to come back. It's like, I got power lines coming through here. For now. Yeah, that's another thing. This entire path was made just by concrete before update 5. So when I dismantle it, I'm going to get free iron plates. Can't wait to rid this world of all of its life. It's actually going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of fighting. I actually don't know. Can you stop all the spawns by killing everything and putting up power lines near them? Like powered power lines? You got it, right? Because it's in the algorithm that nothing can spawn within like a few hundred meters of a power line. So if you kill everything and you have power lines everywhere, nothing can spawn. That's accurate, right? I feel like that's accurate. Alright, finally almost home. See that giant, beautiful space elevator there? Reaching up to the heavens. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Thank you. Ah, the heavens. Wait for it. Wait for it. Get past the trees. Home sweet home. For now. And let me grab these real quick. So I can make as many of these as I can. And it is going to be the alien organs that hold me up. There we go. Add. Beautiful. Let me get my current statters. Oh, it's still producing. Okay. How many do I have right now? Not enough. Just take those though. This is still set up for motors. Yes, it is. I got 138, so let me get that in there right now. Now I can just do this because I have it set up. Reinforced iron plates. There we go. Be preemptive on that. And that way I get motors started. I'm going to need 260 to set up one. It's going to take a while. Go ahead and save it. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy the stream, make sure you hit that follow button down below. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Unfortunately, because of this whole moving process, I will not be streaming Fridays or Saturdays for the foreseeable future. So I will be back again on Monday, probably with Satisfactory, because I know it's a lot of work. I know I need to finish Rift Breaker, but I feel like Rift Breaker I'll probably do next Friday, just because that's going to be after deadlines, so I'll probably need to take some frustration out of some aliens. So until next time, peace.